All right, PSI Star Power 5K. We're going to try 0.8 dynamic. Don't blow up because I don't want to try to explain this to David that I blew his amp up. All right, fire in the hole. Here we go. My name is Derek and I do YouTube videos about audio equipment. Videos about audio. I know it doesn't make sense, but if you guys enjoy that type of stuff, you might enjoy subscribing to my channel and I'd appreciate it. So stick around for the cool content and don't be surprised if you see a big dummy. What's up guys, BD Wiz, Williston Audio Labs here. Today we're going to talk about PSI Car audio. Most of you guys know them from their subwoofers, from their awesome recones, all that good stuff they do. But guess what? They also have some amplifiers now. Decided we were going to test some of these. So let's unbox one, see what it's all about. All right, these are the new PSI amps. Let's first take a look at the 1500. Here are the ratings for the 1500. So it's rated 1600 watts instead of 1500, so that's nice. 4 40 amp fuses. It's pretty beefy for a 1500 watt amp. It's got the really nice Tiffany style RCAs here. Input and output, gain, subsonic, bass boost and frequency, low pass, phase, variable from 0 to 180 degrees, master slave, and then there's your speaker outputs. There's your remote for your subwoofer. And on the other side, the 4 40 amp fuses, 160 amps worth of fusing. And your 2 1-aught inputs for a 1500 watt amp. That's pretty good. Bet she's really beefy. All of these Star Power PSI amps come with the same bass knob, which is, I really like this one. It has the clipping indicator on the left side and it has the power indicator on the right. Very nice smooth potentiometer, so we really like it, and it's metal. All right, now let's check out the ratings. The 1500 is rated 520 at 4 ohms, 960 at 2 ohms, and 1600 at 1. The 2500 is rated 715 at 4 ohms, 1400 at 2 ohms, and 2650 at 1 ohm. And the 5K is rated 1300, 2580, and 5070 respectively. They are all linkable for multiple amplifier action on single subwoofers. Here you can see the external of the amplifiers. They look very nice. All have Tiffany style RCAs. Very nice crossover controls. Everything looks good. Let's talk about the dimensions. They are all 9 inches or 228 millimeters wide by 2.4 inches or 62 millimeters tall. The length is the only difference. The 1500 is 14 inches or 355 millimeters. The 2500 is 18 inches or 455 millimeters. And the 5K Big Daddy is 27 inches or 685 millimeters. The little 1500 is the only one that includes fuses. It has 4 40 amp fuses for 160 amps of fusing. The 2500 requests a 250 amp external, and the 5K requests a 500 amp external fuse. As always, make sure you stick around till after the amp dyno test so you can see the guts of these beautiful amps. Here is the PSI Star Power 5000. Looks pretty nice here sitting on the bench. There's the Star Power 5000. This one's got the dual 1-aught inputs. Let's take a look at the other side of the amp where the RCAs go. Here you can see the remote connection, the nice Tiffany style RCAs, inputs and outputs, and all the different controls. It does have a single output for the speakers. On the opposite side, we do have dual 1-aught inputs for power and ground. There is one thing I want you to be careful with though. Check this out. The inside is the plus 12 volt inputs and the outside is the ground. So just make sure you don't get those turned around backwards. Don't want to have a shocking experience.
You big dummy.
All right, we got the big 5K daddy on the bench. I wanted to show you the turn on LED. Here it is. Yes, it's pink. Leave it to PSI. Let's check out 4 ohms certified 1% THD at 40 hertz for the 5K amp, which is rated 1300 watts at 14.4. As you can see, we got 1355 at less voltage, so very nice. Amp does its rated power. That makes us happy. Let's try 2 ohms certified up to 1% THD at 40 hertz. Amplifier is rated 2580 watts at 14.4. We had a little bit more than that voltage wise, but we also got more power, 2700. Like to see that again. Now let's try 1 ohm certified 1% THD at 40 hertz. Amplifier is rated 5070 watts at 14.4 volts. What can we get? Can we get 5000? Yes, we can. 5266 at 13.73. Here you can see the efficiency measurement, about 63% at 1 ohm. That's about standard for a Korean amplifier, so that's what we expect. Let's try uncertified at 1 ohm, 40 hertz. We should get a little bit more than we did the certified run. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we did. 5381 at 13.32. The current measurements you see there are ×2, just so you realize that. Dynamic RMS power. This simulates music. Good power here at 1 ohm. Check this out. 6274 watts. Now let's take out our trusty screwdriver. Take a gander at these internals. The PSI Car audio amplifiers. What we got here? First off, let's take off the bottom of the Big Daddy. The Star Power 5000. There you go. Lots of Korean goodness here. Notice how they put the stars on the rail caps. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I believe these are made by Xenon. There is a fan there to help keep everything nice and cool. You can see all the different transformers and all the different caps. Yeah, it looks like a Korean 5K. Here are the difference between the 3. As you expect, the 1500 here at the top. It's going to have a couple transformers, a couple rail caps. The 2500 is going to have 4 of the transformers, and it's going to have 8 of the rail caps. And then when we get to the big dog, it's got 8 transformers, and it has 16 of the large rail caps. Those are the ones that have the stars on them that I'm referring to. You can see the speaker wire comes from there. Make sure you check out 12V Talk on YouTube. My buddy High Five Egg and I are doing a podcast, and we just recently had Bernie Bolin on there. He's a pioneer in car audio. You guys would love that episode. Make sure you go back and check it out. All right, now we'll talk about the results here of the PSI amplifiers. We only tested the larger 2. We tested the 2500 and the 5K. Let's talk about the 2500. You can check out the certified ratings did exactly right at what they were rated within just a couple watts. Uncertified did quite a bit more, and then dynamic, it's got a nice bit of dynamic power. It did go into protect at 0.8 dynamic, so you want to keep these at 1 ohm or higher. The Star Power 5000, it did well above rating in each of the tests, including the certified, the uncertified, and dynamic was very good. If you want to see the 0.8 dynamic, make sure you stick around to the end, because we will show that at the end of the video. So these amps perform well in the dyno. The only thing I would say negatively is the 5K only had 1 speaker output, and it wasn't 4 gauge. They were like 8 or 6 gauge. That's the only thing I really can say negative. So just to let you guys know, this was not a paid advertisement for PSI. They did agree to let me pass along the 2500 and 1500 watt amplifiers to a couple of the viewers. So 5K goes back to them. One of you guys win a 2500, one will win a 1500. All you got to do is leave a clean, non-offensive comment below, and then we're going to use a random generator to draw, see who wins. It's a big shout to PSI for passing along a couple of these amplifiers from our viewers. Make sure you check out their Facebook, Instagram, all their social media channels. I'll leave a link in the video description below. Well, there you have it, the test of the Star Power amplifiers from PSI. This is Big D Wiz. Until next time, you know where I'm at. I'm out of here. All right, PSI Star Power 5K We're going to try 0.8 dynamic. Don't blow up, because I don't want to try to explain this to David that I blew his amp up. All right, fire in the hole. Here we go. $8,010 watts at 14.5. Yeah, boy. Make sure you go back and check my videos. I've got over 500 videos here on YouTube, many of them car audio related. As always, thanks for watching my videos, for liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing with your friends, share with your grandma, share with everybody. Big D Wiz signing out.